Hey guys, my name is Rachel Graham and I'm a digital creator, a registered nurse, and a mom. And today I'm going to be talking about one thing that you can do to reduce the odds of dementia by more than 50%. So this is really an exciting topic to me because I have a poor memory. I'm really good with faces, very, very bad with names. There's certain things that I just don't remember that are small things that seem odd that I can't remember them. So developing dementia or alzheimer's has always been a worry for me. So this one hits close to home. And if you feel the same way, stay tuned. So this is the one thing you can do to reduce your odds of dementia by more than 50%. I'm not even gonna make you wait to the end. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Write by hand. You heard me. Journaling, you guys. Oh my gosh, good old-fashioned pen and pad. A 2024 study published in Frontiers in Psychology, reported that writing by hand activates more areas of the brain than typing does. So it leads to low frequency, synchronous brain waves in the back of the head, which is called the visual cortex, via the sensory processing areas all the way up to the top where the motor cortex is. Another study that was published in the Journal of Gerontology in 2016 reported that journal writing, you guys hear me out, reduces the odds of all-cause dementia by more than 50%. And, even better, the use of complex language in the writing in the journal, so not just using text talk, like BC for because, which I'm so guilty of, using more complex language predicts a 25% reduction in the risk of Alzheimer's. So I'm gonna start pulling out the thesaurus and reminding myself of some big words. And I used to have a pretty robust vocabulary, but I feel over the years, it's not been as good. And I think honestly that's because of reading less. So this is super fascinating to me about journal writing because I've always been an avid journal writer. And so my very first true memory of journaling was actually when I was in the 3rd grade and my family was going on a trip from Bellingham, Washington, where we were living, to Winnipeg, Canada, where I was born. And this was a multi-day train ride. So my teacher assigned me a journal, and it was literally 2 pieces of yellow construction paper stapled with white, just plain printer paper inside of it. And I cherished that thing, and I wrote in it every day, and I drew pictures. I wrote about what I ate and what I could see out the windows and the experience of taking the train. And I was only in 3rd grade. So after that experience, I was addicted. I remember you couldn't get me to not journal. It was just something that was always part of my life. So now I'm 40 years old and I still journal. I still have a journal. I was actually just at the pool for 2 hours journaling today. So I journal to process, to make sense of my thoughts. And even if my thoughts make sense, I'm not saying that there's all these crazy thoughts always going on in my brain, but if I have a lot of stressors, which most of us do, wondering what I should do with this decision or feeling such a way about this and my child is doing this and, my relationship or I have a friend that's doing this or my family, I can just write it all out. I can just write it all down. So the fact that I saw that there's this real statistic that says that journaling can reduce the odds of dementia by more than 50%, I was super excited. And that's all writing by hand, not just journaling. So that means instead of using a planner in your phone, switch to a paper planner. So experts estimate that nearly half of all dementia cases, even those that are genetically linked, so that means if your mom or your dad has dementia, which means you have a greater risk of getting it, but even those cases, it can be delayed or prevented by certain lifestyle and behavioral changes. So it's never too early to make these changes, but it is actually, there's a certain point where it becomes too late. So if you're 20 years old and watching this video, then please do these things that I'm going to recommend here because you have a strong chance of really reversing your odds. 50% is a big percentage. So a 2024 report published in the Lancet linked 14 modifiable risk factors to reduce dementia. I'm not going to tell you 14 risk factors right now. So I recommend that you Google that. I might actually find the link and put it in the description of the video. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to talk about 5 strategies for better brain health, okay? Number 1, strengthen your social connections. So this one, it's a tough one, you guys. Like, if you move away from where you grew up, or you're, now older and you have a family of your own, it can be hard to nurture these meaningful relationships, to actually see your friends. But what they know is meaningful relationships boost your mental resilience and lower your dementia risk. That's a real thing. It isn't just for fun and games that you want to talk to your friends and make sure you're establishing that relationship and nurturing the relationship. It helps you avoid getting dementia. Number 2, sobriety. Alcohol is a known neurotoxin, you guys. So even moderate alcohol consumption can actually shrink your brain. Literally shrink your brain, which obviously is going to reduce the volume, which will reduce or impair your memory. Number 3, know your numbers. Know what your blood pressure is. Know your cholesterol numbers. Know your blood sugar levels. All of those things, if they're out of whack, if you have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, your Alzheimer's risk goes up. So make sure you're doing your regular checkups. You're making lifestyle changes. And what does that mean? It means adding in 30 minutes of exercise a day at a minimum. It means removing processed foods out of your diet as much as you can. And just monitoring these labs, making sure you're getting your preventative checks done. Number 4 is challenge your brain. So this one is cool. It's learning new skills. As we get older, I think, you get into the routines with work and with family life, and, it's never too late to learn a new language. It's never too late to try a new hobby. It's never too late to start a new job or do something you wouldn't normally have done. Like if you're not really into the gym because you're like, oh, I just kick around a ball outside, or I like to run, or, take my dog for walks. Challenge yourself to go to the gym and go to the weird machine section and try out some weird ass machines that are super intimidating when you see all these people that just fluidly use them, and you've never been in a gym before and you're like, I feel so awkward. And maybe you're on a machine upside down, you're using your legs for something that should be for your arms, but that is good for your brain. Try something new. And number 5, you want to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. The brain detoxifies during sleep. It cleans out harmful waste products linked to Alzheimer's. So those are your 5 tips. Number 1 thing you can do to reduce your risk 50% is write by hand. So I encourage you, it is July. It's still worth your while to go pick up a paper planner from Michael's. They're all on sale. I'm actually going to go grab one because the one I have right now I don't really like. Grab yourself a paper planner. Or if you can't steer away from your digital planner, grab yourself a journal or a sketchbook. That's what I challenge you to do this week. All right, you guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.